Hello, friend. Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And today I am with Dawn. And Dawn, thank you for taking the moment to being with us and sharing with the viewing audience. And basically to kind of get your perspective on things about living here in Mexico. Well, obviously, as you can tell, she's not nearly the age of being retired like some of us old fogies. But I was interested. She actually recognized me, saw me, and we got talking. And it turned out that I said, well, I've got to meet this young lady and see if she'd be willing to do a little video, being that she's on the younger side of things. But Dawn, share with us, what has been, you mentioned that your parents are here, but even with that, what brings you back every year to Lake Chapala?
Okay, so as Jim mentioned, my parents have been living in Lake Chapala as snowbirds, I guess, for the last 10 years. And after I came to visit them for the first time 9 years ago, I was absolutely hooked. Prior to coming to the Lake Chapala area, I had been to a lot of all-inclusive resorts, and I just hadn't really experienced the type of, vacation or lifestyle being like immersed in the Mexican culture. And I think that that's really what I fell in love with. When I came here, I had, all the amenities of being back home or being at a resort, but I was also surrounded by the culture of this area and the locals and the way they made me feel. And I was hooked, and I've been back every year since. So yeah, I think it's really the people and being able to experience their way of life that's got me hooked, I would say.
And what I wanted to share as we've been actually talking about off camera, and that is, she hasn't just been to Lake Chapala. You've been to some of the other resort areas and other towns and cities. And shared a little bit about what other places that you've been to.
So in Mexico, I've been to Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Escondido, Cabo, Mayan Riviera, Cancun, which are all really lovely areas for, a week-long vacation. But they are very touristy, very expensive. For me personally, I can only laze around a pool and drink all-you-can-eat drinks for so long without getting bored. I really like getting out into the communities and exploring, trying new restaurants, going to local attractions, things like that, which is all here in Lake Chapala area and more. So you can have those lazy pool days here by all means, but there's just so much to see and do and experience that you never be bored if you don't want to be bored.
Well, and another thing in our conversation, we were talking about a lot of folks, when you're from the States or from Canada and you say you're looking to go into Mexico, there's one thing that pops up in everybody's mind, and that is, well, what about the cartels? So share what you've shared. We were talking about this just a moment ago.
Oh, yes. You hear it all the time, right? As soon as you say you're going to Mexico, everybody, oh, it's not safe there. Are you sure? Like, I don't know if I'd be going there. Well, I have never felt unsafe here ever. I just kind of refer to it as back home where you live. I mean, you got to be smart, right? There's places that in any major city in Canada or the States that you wouldn't travel, in the dark, like late at night by yourself. And same thing here, right? You just got to be smart about it.
Right.
And not get involved with the wrong things, right? I mean, if you get involved with the wrong things anywhere, you're going to come across trouble. So down here, you could, if you wanted to dabble in those things. Yeah. But no, if you just, mind your own business, be a smart traveler, you're never going to have any problems. I've never had any problems. Everybody here is so friendly and nice, and yeah.
And the other thing too that I want to just share with the audience is the fact that you're a nurse.
I'm a nurse, yes.
Yes, and it takes the right kind of a heart of a person that does nursing and helps and takes care of people. And you probably see some of that here of, it's really interesting when in fact you come to Lake Chapala and what you see is a lot of older people. Mm-hmm. But what I was wanting to get Dawn's perspective of being on the younger side, because she still has a lot of work years in front of her. And is this a place that you think you would end up retiring to?
Yes, absolutely. My spouse and I are already planning our retirement many years down the line to either this area or somewhere very similar. And speaking from a young person coming down to visit every year, I'm actually here for 2 months this year, so it's not a short visit either. There is stuff to do for people of all ages here.
Right. Right. And you mentioned that you were from Toronto.
Yes, just outside of Toronto. Yeah.
Canadian on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of Canadians that come here. What do you think some of the major draws are of those that are in your country that come to Lake Chapala?
Well, I think number one, people would say the climate. Canada, everybody knows our long, cold winters. So I think a lot of people initially are drawn to this area to get away from the long, cold winters. And then once they get here, they realize it's so much more than just a wonderful climate. So
Right. And I understand, too, that you folks really enjoy the food and all the things that goes around it. And
we love the food. We love trying new places, local cuisines. We don't come here to eat like we eat back home. Like, I don't want to come here and eat the same thing I eat at home. I want to come here and eat authentic Mexican cuisine. So we're always out looking for, little hole-in-the-wall restaurants where all the locals eat, and everything is a bargain. I can tell you that. If you go to the right place, you can get stuff for very inexpensive. And yeah, Mexican food is amazing.
Right. Well, I want to really kind of convey and share with you, our viewer, that it's a great place no matter what age you are. And that's one of the draws, just like Dawn was sharing with us, and that is the fact that it's just a great environment. It's a great place. I don't know exactly what the temperature is today, but it sure is nice.
Oh, yeah.
The breeze and just, it's beautiful, yeah. But it's like that every day here.
It is, and it cools off a little at night, so it's great for sleeping.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I love that
very much so. Well, is there any last thought you'd like to share with the viewing audience about either your experience here, or what would you say to them about why they need to be here?
Well, I mean, I think you really just need to come and experience it for yourself to really fully embrace what the draw is. And it's, as I said, it's more than just the climate. It's the people, it's the community, it's all the attractions and amenities that the town has to offer. So it's really the whole package. Right.
Yeah. The culture. Yeah. The culture is also
Love
a big
the culture.
thing.
Mexicans know how to party, and they celebrate everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Everything. Well, I just want to encourage you, just from this interview, a little time together here with Dawn, that we've shared with you, and Dawn shared with you why, in fact, she's here. And that's exciting. I'm glad we were able to do this. If you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's really easy to do. The bottom right-hand corner, there's a red square box. All you got to do is tap on that. If you're subscribed, and you'll actually know when one of our new videos comes out. Also, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and give us a thumbs up. What that does is lets others know that when they see this video, it's a great video to watch. And it also helps YouTube with the algorithms to be able to make sure that this video gets to the right hands, the right viewers. Also, you can comment. If you'd like to comment, ask us a question. The other thing you can do, too, if you got a video idea that you'd like to see, we'd love to communicate with you in that way. And then also go ahead and hit the bell, because as I mentioned, you'll be notified when the next video comes out. So with that, thank you so much, Dawn, for being a part of this video with us. Yeah. And with that, have an awesome day. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this video, and we'll see you on the next video.